I'm not in music for the business of it. I'm doing music for fun. I always have. It was always a hobby outside of school or a hobby outside of work. It just so happened that I got laid off and I had the chance to focus on my hobby full time. And it served me well, and I'm now able to do my hobby for fun and then do the music business as my day job. I was in business consulting. I was helping hospitals improve their service and improve their collections, and I was assisting health insurance companies in developing their systems to collect more from their clients. So it was, it's just a matter of being in a company where I was helping to make something better. And now that I get to do music, my goal is to make people's lives better. In legal terms, it's an interpolation. It was the idea of a sample. I started it as a sample when I first made the original demo beat, and then decided I'd just sing it, because why not? It helped me to interpolate it and make it different each time I sang it, so that there was some variety to the melody. I'm glad that I'm able to have a co-write in the history of music with one of the greatest songwriters, Bernie Taupin and Elton together. It feels good to also just be recognized for a song that, for me, is an homage to the history of how I've been learning to become a singer-songwriter. I feel like I'm paying respect to a song that I really like, and I think it adds to the story that it actually became the top 10. I worked with Endelon on the video for Wake Me Up to express to my audience and whoever else was interested in seeing this video, because the song was so big, a social issue that I thought was important, which was immigration. I'm a first-generation American. My parents come from Panama, and without the opportunities afforded them to become citizens, I wouldn't have the opportunity to do what I'm doing now and create so much positive change in the lives of others through music, through the philanthropy and charity that I do, through the messages that I'm able to bring in my music and my interviews. So I wanted to address the issue of immigration, of day labor, and how we approach it here in the U.S. I think there can be a much smarter and compassionate method to dealing with immigration and dealing with people who are coming for work. And we must remember, this nation was built on people who were brought here to work. So don't forget how the country was built, and definitely how it's maintained, because without these workers, things would fall apart pretty quickly. I don't think I'm going to continue to preach in my music. I want to make fun music that people enjoy. And I want to have a career that allows me to explore and be as artistic as possible without the restriction of being political every time. Sometimes it may be political. Sometimes you won't even recognize that it's political, and it is. It's just propaganda that I'm delivering in a very sneaky way. But at the end of the day, I need to be more popular so that I can have a bigger voice, so that I can have influence on the way that these situations are handled, the way that people choose to purchase their products, and maybe even have some influence in changing the way some corporations develop their products. The entire supply chain, from the beginning morsel of resource to the end distribution. That's just the way that I think, and the more influence that I can have, the better. So the bigger the songs I can make, the better. I generally reserve my guest appearances for friends of mine from the underground hip hop days. I'd rather sing a hook on the homie song than try to jump on some big pop singer's joint. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel right. It's not a natural look for me. I'm old school. I like just making songs on my own and doing them by myself. Before the kind of industry creation of guest appearances and features for the sake of sales.